Krissie.
And I'm Catherine.
And we are travelling gleefully. And we are in Florence! It's definitely one of the busier places we've been in Italy.
It's also like very small. Like there's a lot of people trying to be squished into a very small area.
Yeah, there's also so many tour groups, so there's people who are trying to like not get separated from each other. It's chaos.
We made it to the Ponte Vecchio. Well, a viewpoint of the Ponte Vecchio.
I'm not sure if you can see how many people are on it in this like little gap in the middle.
It is like full of people.
Yeah, but we figured it kind of makes more sense to come over here and see it. Although we'll probably walk across it later.
This kind of makes it seem like we walked here on purpose. We've just been wandering.
Yeah.
We just ended up here.
We like to just kind of aimlessly wander around a city and just turn whenever we see something that catches our eye, and here we are.
It's worked out this time.
We're on the Ponte Vecchio and we're just like walking down through all the jewellery stores.
There's so many jewellery stores though.
Yeah, there's so many. And a lot of them have some really nice stuff.
Yeah.
Continuing our quest for gluten-free lunches, we found a pasta takeaway place that you just choose your pasta and your sauce, and they had gluten-free pasta.
It was so cool. They were like making it, not the pasta fresh, they had that like pre-made I guess, but they were like...
They were doing all the sauces and stuff.
Yeah, you could choose any sauce with any pasta. It was so cool. Love Italy.
So good.
So good, so simple. My pizza was so good, and it felt like such a fever dream, just like eating a fresh pizza in Florence. Like, how are we living that life? We're now in a square we found.
We have no plan for today.
No, we're just wandering. But we found like this fountainy thing, which is quite fun.
And there's also a tower there.
I just love wandering around the city. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's such a nice day as well. We already love Florence.
Yeah.
These like little Italian squares.
Piazza.
It's so cute. All the like painted buildings and just watching people like go about their day.
There's a couple of rooftop balconies up there.
Yeah.
Which is so cute with all the vines. And
it's so nice. So this building that we're walking along, like next to Catherine, you can kind of see it curves there and it like curves around in front of us. We're going to walk around most of it. But it's the old Roman amphitheatre of Florence, which is now just like buildings, like residential and restaurants and like shops and stuff. But the shape of it is still here and the roads around it are still where they were originally, which is very cool. It's kind of like the one in Lucca, except for that the one in Lucca has been opened up to the public inside, whereas this one's just buildings. But it's very cool. You can see it quite clearly here, where it like curves around the street behind me. It's very cool.
Also, we just found, this is the amphitheatre behind us, so literally across from it, we just found the funniest little thing. It had like a sign that said, like, try the oldest Florence tradition, like ring the bell and get a glass of wine. So this is the clip I just took. But how funny is that? It's like the tiniest window and you just ring a bell and like a glass of wine appears.
It's so fun.
That's so classic Italy.
If we drank wine, we absolutely would have done that.
Yeah, that sounds very fun.
Okay, obviously we're having gelato again. We had like three pretty good flavors: a mint chocolate, a mango, and a cookies and cream. And then we have this, which is like, it was called like a caramello, but it's like
liquid heaven.
It's like you melted caramello ice cream and mixed it all together. It's just like a thick chocolate caramel.
All Werthers. My God.
Incredible.
Good morning from day number 2 in Florence. We were just talking on our walk into the city, and we just realized that it is 5 months today that we left home. Like exactly 5 months ago we were like an hour away from landing in Singapore.
It's probably the fastest 5 months I've ever experienced.
Honestly, like if you've ever just wanted to not feel the presence of time, just travel, because it's like blinked, like we blinked and it's been 5 months.
It's honestly insane.
So anyway, happy 5 months.
We have come to the Bologna Gardens. Bologna? But we don't know how it's pronounced. But we're gonna have a look around here. The ticket is €10, but it gets you entry to this garden and another one that we're going to this afternoon. So we're just gonna have a look around.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's a lovely day to be outside in the gardens.
Perfect garden day.
Walked up to the top kind of half of the gardens, up a quite steep hill.
Yes.
But look at this view. You can see all the way out over Florence.
Florence is so pretty.
The airport is like up here as well, so when a plane takes off, we can see it. It's very cool.
It's just so cool with all the red roofs. It looks so pretty.
Yeah, and like all the domes. The actual Duomo is behind that bush.
Yeah, behind there.
But there are still like really incredible looking buildings all around. It's just so pretty.
And suddenly we're in like the Tuscan countryside.
I know. You would not think Florence is like literally like just over that top.
It's so beautiful. I love Tuscany. It's like, it looks so beautiful.
It really does. We have made the greatest discovery. This duck has so many little ducklings. Oh my God. Look at their fluffy little heads. Oh my God, I can't handle it.
Another day, another pizza for lunch.
We ordered one each because they were €5 pizzas, and I was like, they probably will be one person size. I do think we could have shared one.
Oh, it's fine.
But you know what? Now we get a whole pizza each.
I'm so excited.
We are at the second garden of the day, which is the Bardini Garden. Which, as we said earlier, we can get into for free because we got the tickets to the one this morning, which is nice because it also meant we got to skip the line of everyone waiting to buy tickets.
It was great.
So, it already looks very nice. Spring is definitely the time to visit these gardens. Up to the top of this garden, and it's just so beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
We've both decided that we think Florence is like our second favorite city in Italy. We both liked Lucca more, but Florence is beautiful.
I love it here.
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's also just like a beautiful day, and
that
it's
definitely
like a perfect
helps.
temperature.
And it's spring, so like all the flowers are out like down here, and we just walked through the Wisteria tunnel. It's just so nice.
We got tickets to this and the other garden for €10.
Yeah.
And separately, it's
I think
16.
Yeah. Because the first one you go to, the first one we went to, it's 10 euros and you get entry to this one, but this one itself is 6.
Yeah.
So if you go to the, like, it's definitely worth it to go to both.
Definitely do both in the same day. They're like really close to each other as well, so
yeah,
definitely a good tip because they're both worth it and they're both different.
Yeah.
But do a combined ticket.
We're now just sitting in like a little picnic area in the garden overlooking the city, eating a little snack of Cadbury Easter eggs that Catherine's parents brought us from Australia.
Thanks, Mum and Dad.
And it's lovely. It's just such a nice spot to sit and eat our nostalgic chocolate. Good stuff. To enough viewpoints today. We've walked up to Piazzale Michelangelo, which has yet another stunning view.
This is
over
what view
Florence.
number 3 of the day.
Yeah, we were just like up here above my head is the garden we were just at, but we figured we were so close we may as well come here as well.
I think the best view
was the second garden.
Yeah, I think the second garden has a good view, but this one is free and this has a really good view. So if you want to spend no money for a view, this is the place to be.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful. Florence is so much flatter than a lot of other cities. We were saying earlier that, like, other than the Duomo and a few like church spires, it's like very flat.
Yeah.
But it's so nice with all like hills in the background as well.
It's incredible.
Hello.
Hello from day 3.
We are just kind of doing what we did on the first day again, wandering around the city, seeing what we find.
Yeah.
We were considering going up the bell tower. The Duomo's actually sold out for the time we're here, but we were considering going up the bell tower. But you can't just get a ticket to the bell tower. It's like a ticket to that and 3 other things. And they're not timed. So you buy a ticket online, but then you still have to go and line up with everyone to go up.
And we saw the line the other day and it was long.
Long. So we've decided that we'll probably give that a miss. Because we went to all the viewpoints yesterday as well. So we'll just like wander around and see what we find. Get some lunch. We've just come across behind here is a market that we're going to have a look through.
We just went to Central Market because I saw online it was a good place to go. I think it would be a good place to go if you had a bigger budget than we do.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. Like, it had some incredible looking food.
Yeah, but like...
But a lot of it was like out of our...
I found a singular arancini for €4.
Yeah, which is about $6.50 Australian
dollars.
dollars.
That's a lot for one rice ball.
Yeah, so we'll find some cheaper lunch somewhere in the city.
Cool. It was cool to go to.
Yeah, it was. It all looked delicious.
Yeah, it looked like amazing.
We just like to save money. We're heading to the Iris Garden, which is actually near where we went yesterday, but we didn't know it existed until we got back to our accommodation. But everywhere we've walked in Florence has just been up a giant hill.
So hilly.
So be prepared to do a lot of walking up hills in Florence.
Yeah, I mean, the views are worth it, but oh boy, it's hilly.
Yeah.
Well, Krissie saw online that the best time to see the irises was April and May. Turns out that's the only time to see the irises. And
It doesn't open for another 9 days.
So we're back at the viewpoint that we were at end of yesterday.
Yeah.
For no reason, but that's okay.
At least it's a nice viewpoint.
We'll look at the view again and then we'll go get gelato. At least we've earned it.
So we can actually look down on the Iris Garden. It's just down here. And none of them are actually flowering yet, which I'm assuming is why it's not open. So at least we didn't miss cool flowers or
Yeah, at least we
anything.
didn't miss anything.
And also, like, we can see it, so it's fine. Once again, we have gelato. We both got the same this time, which is the caramel one we got the other day and raspberry.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
So good. So one thing that's a struggle in Europe is finding a place to go to the bathroom that doesn't cost you money. They all cost money, and we, just like on the principle of it, will not pay to pee.
No. We've gotten away with it so far.
Yeah, we haven't had to pay anywhere yet. In Florence we were struggling, but this department store, Rinascente, on the top floor has a free bathroom.
Yep, you have to go up like 5 escalators, but it's worth it.
It's worth it for a free pee. So hot tip for when you're in Florence.
Right in the centre of Florence as well, so very hot tip. Hey, from Bologna.
We have moved city.
We have. I don't even think we like discussed moving city.
No, we've had a busy couple of days packing up and catching our bus to Bologna. We're only here for a day, so we figured we would just include this in the video with all of our Florence stuff.
Yeah.
But so far it's very cute. It's nice and small, so that's why we only need a day.
Yeah.
And the weather once again is beautiful.
It is very nice today. Yesterday it was very cold when we arrived, but
yeah,
it's beautiful.
So we're gonna check out Bologna for the day. We just had a look through this basilica behind us. And it is huge.
It's probably like one of the coolest churches we've been to in Europe, because like there are a lot of churches.
Yeah.
And this one was actually cool.
Firstly, it's 7 churches together in like one kind of complex. So it was originally built in like 100 AD-ish, and then it was just like slowly added to over time.
Yeah. So the original one is only a very small portion. A tiny dog just walked past. It was originally, can you see him? Here he is. It was originally only like a very small portion of what's there today, and then they just kept adding to it like every couple of 100 years.
Yeah.
So cool.
And one of the rooms has some like sections that have the original floor in them, which I didn't film because there were people in the way, but it was pretty cool.
It's actually really big. It's like this, and then all of these two as well.
Yeah, it's all like part of the same complex.
Back behind it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
We have just wandered around and we've made it to the 2 towers, or Le Due Torri. One of them, they're both actually crooked. One of them is 1.3 degrees, which is the one you can go up.
So that's this one.
And then this boy is 4 degrees.
I don't know how you can see it from this angle, but I just filmed from the other side, and it's crooked.
It is more crooked than the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, by like 0.1 of a degree.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, it doesn't look sturdy.
No.
It definitely looks like it's about to fall over.
Yeah.
But it's been like this for a long time, so I'm sure it's fine. We love a crooked tower. They weren't so great at building things back then. Which is so cool. It's just like a big square with the largest church.
It's so big and it's very cool.
But there's a clock tower on this building that is also crooked.
Oh, here it is. I feel like you can see that.
They just really didn't do a great job of building. There's also a tower on the building in front of us.
Everything looks crooked. What the hell? Annoying things in Italy that we've found is that restaurants open minimum 7 p.m, which I feel like would be fine like normally, but for some reason while we're traveling we've been eating dinner at like 6. I think just because we either yeah, we're like out all day, so we just kind of want to go back to the hotel, or we'll eat like not a very filling lunch. But yeah, so we can't find anywhere to eat before 7, so it's tricky. So we're just wandering around waiting for the restaurants to open.
We're finally at a restaurant that opened at 7 and we are getting tagliatelle bolognese because we're in Bologna and we had to have bolognese. And I got gluten-free and it looks pretty good.
It's very similar to mine.
It does. And it's not like a box of gluten-free penne that they normally do. So I am intrigued. So this is my gluten-free and then that's Catherine's normal one. But like, I'm impressed.
Hello from our final Bologna morning. We are heading off to Como this afternoon.
Very exciting.
It is very exciting. So we've got the morning in Bologna. We've just left our suitcases in the hotel and we're just like wandering around.
Yeah, it's so pretty. It's just like, it's such a nice city to just wander around because it's not that big, so you're not going to get too lost.
Yeah, it's like super walkable, which is very good.
Outside this incredible church.
Yeah.
And we are going to finish off our Bologna and Florence video here.
Yeah. I feel like we always say we've had a great time, but like, I mean, Florence and Bologna are just stunning.
Yeah. And Florence in particular.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we didn't spend too long here, but it's a beautiful place to walk around, but we loved Florence.
Yeah, I feel like Bologna is really beautiful, but it's all like one level, whereas Florence you can get up into the gardens and see it from above. But they're both just stunning and we just love Italy.
We really do. So as we said earlier, our Italy adventures don't end here. We're heading up to Lake Como this afternoon, but that will be a separate video. So that will be up next week. So you can check that out then. Thanks for watching. Give us a like and a subscribe. And you can check us out on Instagram as well if you want to see where we're actually at.
Yep. We hope you enjoyed. We hope you're enjoying our Italy series so far. We sure are. And we will see you in Como.
Bye.
Bye.